for me. That'll be a new experience
You're a
for me.
lunatic.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you know we're going to watch the game yet?
Yeah, I'm going to watch it in Joxers.
Yeah, you playing there? Alright,
Which I'm very jealous of, because like I say, I'd love to like. I'm not jealous of you having to get up early for all the games, but I'd like to experience it. I'd like to do what Josh is doing and watch a big game like the City game. At what, 6 a.m. in the morning or 5 a.m. in the morning?
It's early as well. So it's
4:30.
Obviously we're in Austin, so yeah, Austin 6:30 to 4:30.
What's your move? Is it like, do you stay out straight through crew, or are you?
You stay up.
You only wait. When I was 16, I'd stay up.
Yeah.
When I'm 50,
How old are you?
12.
Exactly. You can
Hey, when you're 50, you don't even show up to the pub. That's what happens.
when you're 4 kids, you know.
It's tough.
But yeah, no, I mean that's a great thing about this cup, and you want to get up and watch. Doesn't matter what time it is. I mean, it helps that it's going to be played on a Saturday because you can't go down the pub and have a coffee. On a Sunday, you have to wait till 10 o'clock, unless you're in the garage bar. Then you get the perks, you know, and some tacos as well.
Well, I always wonder like what the day looks like afterwards. So if Liverpool beat Manchester City in that game, like, and it's starting at
We were
4,
talking
so it ends
about
at
that
6. Like,
earlier,
you must look like to Americans who aren't into football, and they see these like mad, crazed sort of football fans walking around at 11 a.m. like pissed off their heads. They must wonder like what's happening. But that'll be Josh.
I was gonna say, like, I've sort of said to Neil, like I'm not going out there to do Anfield Wrap work. I'm having annual leave from the Anfield Wrap, but I'm prepared to pivot if City do lose that game to Liverpool. To basically strap a GoPro to my head, and I'll just go about my celebrations after the match, to the point where I have to go to a Clippers game and work as a journalist in the evening. It's gonna be fucking wild. I'm so excited for the same day.
We were talking about this earlier.
Clippers games either side of the Liverpool game.
It's like it's a 6:30 kickoff in Austin. We're like, we're going to make an all day around this. If we're going to win,
We win, yes, you do.
then you have to prepare. You
When-
have to plan
when
for
we-
it.
when we win,
right?
when we
yeah,
win.
we're going to win this. We haven't won in 8 years yet. We haven't won 8 years, but it feels like this is the moment we're going to win.
Yeah, in the league.
It feels like we can get a City. We really can. If we go to Man City and we actually go at them, then I think with the options that we have in attack and our midfield, like, we can win this game and we can put on a statement as well. I think we should. We should go there. I think we're going to get 3 points.
We can beat any team on any day. We can. This new midfield has just surprised me beyond belief. I mean, Dom is on everyone's lips.
I love
I
Dom.
even say his first name because it's just Dom.
It
rolls off the tongue, doesn't
Dominic.
Greg, I know there's a love affair.
There is a love affair with him. I mean, I think there's many men here that are sort of questioning themselves, having seen Dom Szoboszlai both as a fella and as a footballer.
I saw him today, like the goals he scored for Hungary, and I had to tell my girlfriend.
In 2
and
minutes.
Yeah, and then doing the shot at the end, celebrating like he's
and he's like taking this.
yeah,
huge
like
shot.
what a fella. I think he like epitomises this new Liverpool, and
He does, yeah.
You know, there's obviously like work to be done and still to do on a daily basis in improving the midfield, because it is new. And as I said in the show tonight, like one of the things about a new, if we're going to say it's the beginnings of something, then it's going to take a bit of time. It's not going to be perfect every week. You're going to see incredible highs, and then you're going to see moments where you question it, but it's about sticking to it and giving it a proper chance. And Dom Szoboszlai is at the centre of that. The way he covers for Trent, the way he supports Salah, the way he scores from outside the box, the way he's, you know, so industrious and everything that Liverpool were missing last year. He really epitomises this new Liverpool. I just think we've got so many options. Like Gravenberch looks so exciting. He looks, you know, of a similar vein. He's only 21. You got Curtis Jones, who's 23, just turned 23. You know, Szoboszlai's only turned 23. Even McAllister, 24, playing in a new position. Like, I think he's, you know, I think he'd be great.
And
so much to be excited about. Yeah, and Elliot, he's been brilliant every time he comes on.
Yep.
I love, you know, I don't watch too many England games, I love how he was giving it to one lad.
Yeah.
He was just all like,
Everyone's called it the Darwin effect, aren't they? Like basically, I think like Darwin has brought shit out of back to Liverpool. Like,
You need a bit of that though as well.
100%.
You
Yeah.
have to
Captain
have
Chaos.
Liverpool are at the best when they have an edge, and I actually think like Darren, the Captain Chaos thing is a little bit like it's almost lazy now, because I think he's become like such a more like well-rounded football. Like it's getting to the point now where I'm genuinely seeing Darwin on the level of like Torres, where like the way that Torres was able to like disrupt literally like the best defenders in the world. So I was lucky enough to be at Old Trafford when he sent Vidic for the Echo about 1 million times until Vidic decided he was going to pack him for the afternoon early. I've watched Torres terrorise some like the best defenders in world football. That's genuinely the level that Darwin is at now. It's not just chaos, like it is in a way, but it's so controlled that he's becoming such a better footballer. There's so much intelligence to his game now. Like I'm so surprised by how much he's come on this season, and that's why I think like going into the City game, he's genuinely one of our like biggest weapons.
I think the difference with Torres was one that could drift in and out of games and you wouldn't see much of, but then he'd bag, and he'd always bag, and I think that's the one question mark around Nunez is a missing chances that he maybe should score. But I think in terms of his all-around game, he's actually much more effective in terms of like he's a handful, and you're having to worry about him and the way he drags defenders about, the way he creates space for others. I think he's pressing much better. I think he fits into the system much better this season. I think the most exciting thing about him is we're seeing how he's impacting the team, and it's not to the detriment of the system anymore like it was last year, but also you feel as if he's got like this much more to come. He's got like massive potential to be even better.
That would be my thing about Nunez. I think the team, and this is Klopp, this is the coaching staff, it is set up where it's to suit Nunez as well. There is a portion of it where you've seen the setup, it works for Nunez. He's going to get a ton of chances because the midfield is so creative. But the downside of it doesn't really suit Gakpo as much. He's a great option, but it really suits Nunez. And I was highly critical of Nunez last season. Right? You pay a lot of money, and
well, we have it on recording, don't we? We have those tapes.
We have those tapes, and it was fair, right? You pay a lot of money, and you're like, and you're like, who is this bloke, right? And I think what you're seeing this season is exactly who he is, right? He's a fucking lunatic, right? He's going to score some fantastic goals. He's going to work really hard for the team. He's going to miss a shitload. That's just the way his mentality is. I don't think that's going to change. And he is the kind of player that he suits like the way the setup with Soboslai, with McAllister, with Gravenberch, with Trent. Well, perfect.
With Salah, right? is the big one. Like so, we like one of the main complaints that we had on the Anfield Wrap last season. Like I remember so many shows where we talked about the idea of trying to get Mo Salah close to the goal. I must have been on like countless shows lobbying for just playing Salah at centre forward, basically because like I wanted to find a way to get Salah between the goalposts. Actually, Salah this season is relishing like not only having his own gravity where he can bring other players into the game by just commanding defenders and commanding the press to sort of come towards him by having the ball, but also like Salah is able to profit off the fact that Darwin Nunez is just a battering ram. Like Darwin Nunez is, as I say, like disrupting defenders in such a way where it allows Salah to have more space because Darwin's so high up, and then suddenly Salah's got the whole right wing to operate in. He can cut inside. He can do. I'm not seeing many of the finishes that he's sort of used to. I want to see them come back into his game, but that's me like literally picking one thing that's like a flaw in Salah's game this season, because besides that he's been like genuinely at his best level, and he's turned creative. Like he's taken the same trajectory for me as Messi did, where like Messi went from being the lad who runs in behind and will skin the life out of your defender to like now he's a creator, and now I'm going to drop deep and I'm going to cause problems in front of your defence and try and solve them. And I think Darwin's so crucial to that. Like their little partnership they've got going is just incredible. You can see how much they love playing with each other, and I'm so excited to see that keep going.
I want to say like the assists between them is really high as well, right? It works really well because Darwin is such a nuisance. He's such a pain in the arse, right? That the opposing teams are having to really they're going to have to focus on Darwin, and then you're leaving Salah with all this space. And Salah's he's an exceptional finisher, and he's getting more space than he's ever done before. And Nunez, it just works, right? If we look at our attacking options, you look at Jota, you look at Diaz, Nunez, Salah, etc. It's so everyone's completely different, right? Depending on the team you're playing, then you can change it. You can change it, and you're going to score goals. Which is a huge advantage for us this season. It really is. And Nunes could be like Zlatan, right? Or he could be like Benny Hill. That's the way it's going to happen with him, right? That's the way he is, and we have to accept that, right? That's part of his game. But it's brilliant for us because it gives that attacking prowess against defenses that they don't know how to deal with him. And if they deal with him, they got freaking Salah on the right hand side, or they got Diaz on the left. And it's one of the reasons we're doing so well this season is that we're going to score so many goals that even if we might concede a few, we have so many options going forward. If you're an opposing side or an opposing manager, how do you deal with this? Because every single player is completely different.
Yeah, if you solve one
going
problem,
forward.
you've got another five to
You've
deal
got
with
another
because
five
we've got
problems
6
to deal
attacking
with.
options. And I think whenever Liverpool, I think Jurgen sees as substitutes as people who have finished the game and win the game if they need to, rather than being substitutes that I think that's the story he'll be telling them, that they're the finishers rather than the fellas that sit on the bench, because we've seen that so many times this season.
I think that's the difference between the 1.0 and 2.0 is that the changes off the bench are actually changes. They're changes to the system instead of just 3 midfielders changing for 3 light midfielders, right? That they're just
100%.
defensive midfielders. Now there's actually technique and the ability to play those passes through. I think it's one of the things that we bought Thiago for, and unfortunately he's been hurt. But now when you make changes in the midfield, it's actually a change of structure.
Yeah, it used to feel as if the
Right?
midfielders were just
They're just not
facilitators.
runners like we had and pressers. Because before the midfielders, they weren't there to score goals. They were really to assist. Our assists came from our fullbacks.
Yeah.
Our scoring came from the front 3. And now, with the midfield options that it has, not only are they pressing, but they also have that technical capability to make those through passes. It takes somebody on shoot for long range like a Soboslai and McAllister can do the same. Jones is really kind of hidden the talent that he has, but the record speaks for itself. When Jones plays, we win. Right?
I think Szoboszlai's I think he tried to sign a Szoboszlai when he signed Chamberlain.
Yeah.
That doesn't quite work out. And then I think
so,
he tried to sign another one when he signed Keita. Because if you look at what they were offering, like they're all action, they're industrious still. They can fit a system, but Keita, could score from outside the box. And when he was playing for Leipzig, he did it a few times for Liverpool. But now you're looking at Szoboszlai, and he just has everything in that role, and that's what's so exciting. He's not a facilitator. He's not just a pressing monster that allows Salah to do his job better. He does everything.
He's a little bit more sturdy.
Yeah, he is.
Obviously, so
he's doing shots the week of the City game.
But I mean, he's a little bit more robust than Keita was.
Yeah.
When Keita got injured and he couldn't really, pulling his groin, really limited in what he was doing, trying to shoot everything with outside of his foot.
Yeah.
And obviously when Haas was on form, and then when he got injured, and you're right. I think that was the midfielder that Klopp really wanted, the box to box that was technical.
Yeah.
And when he got injured, it really took a lot of that away, and then he just went back to let's keep everybody in front of us, let's press with the 6, and so. But it's going to be exciting, and I know we have to sit down.
Well, it better be for 6:30 in the morning. Anyways, thank you, Craig. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Neil and John, for bringing the Anfield Wrap to Austin. Be welcome back anytime.
Oh, we'll be back.
Oh, really?
After that barbecue you said,
But you've got to be back where you have at least a couple of days where you can just go back to the hotel, sleep, and then get up. And because Austin
Want to sleep.
you don't know what to sleep in 6 days. Then come back next time and spend 2-3 days and see Austin, the real Austin, because it's really cool. The musical part, the art part, the football part. Come down with us at 6:30 in the morning. See how it feels.
I'm going to have a bit of flavour, worse than you lot. I'm going to have a flavour of what it's like to get up for a game. I also need 2 or 3 days to finish in nacho portions, so I'm going to need that next time, I think.
Well, thanks everyone for listening. Please subscribe to the Anfield Wrap. Please subscribe and like to the Liverpool Connection podcast. Till next time, we'll see you later.
Cheers.
Cheers.